Guys, welcome. I'm Matt from Total Drummer. So, the most important drum beat ever. A bit of tension, headline grabbing, I know, but I think this is true. So, probably all of us, including you, probably, if you're honest, definitely me, we've spent a lot of time practicing things like Gavin Harrison style, like displacement and polyrhythms, or Horatio Hernandez, like left foot claves and full limb independence, and trying to play double bass drum like Joey Jordison, super fast double bass drum, 16th note, right, we've done all of that, and we think, yeah, I'm an awesome drummer. And then one day, you're in a studio, and I've done this, and you have to play a real basic beat, and you're suddenly thinking, do you know what, this isn't as good as it needs to be. I'm not killing it with this simple beat. You know, yeah, I could do the full limb independence left foot clave, but you hardly ever need to play that. You hardly ever need to play that. I would say every drummer in the world needs to play this beat we're looking at today. No matter what genre you play in, at some point this will crop up. And what I notice is a lot of drummers play this and it's a little bit messy because they haven't put enough time, because they look at it and go, this is an easy beat, right? And it is kind of easy, but it's also easy to play in a slightly messy way. So it's a real short video. We're just going to look at this. We're going to nail it. We're going to make it awesome, because this is a beat you're going to need to play all the time and it needs to be good. Okay, so grab the sheet music. It's in the link below this video. You can get it. It's also coming up on screen, but you know, if you want to download it, so you've got it on your tablet or to print it out, old school styly, do it. It's available for free, okay? And there's just one bar. And what we can see here, this is a very basic beat. So it's 8th note hi-hats, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. It's snare drum on beats 2 and 4. This is the first drum beat you learn generally, or one of the first beats you learn. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And then the bass drum's doing what we call 4 on the floor. So that means it's playing on every quarter note. There's 4 in a bar of 4/4. Boom, 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 boom. So this is heard in dance, like every dance song ever, pretty much. But also, and since the disco era, you know, it's been there. But you get this in all styles, like I said at the beginning. This is not just a dance beat. So don't kind of go, I'm a rock drummer, I'm a funk drummer, I don't need it, I'm a metal drummer. At some point you will need to play this pattern, okay? Or variations on it. But the key part is, I would say, beats 2 and 4, you're playing the bass, the snare, and the hi-hat together. So if this isn't together, let me play the beat for you a little bit badly, okay? And what I'm going to do here is beats 2 and 4, where I'm playing everything together, it's going to be slightly off. So we're going to create a bit of a flam sound, and that's bad. All right, so here we go. Okay, so you probably heard that. The bass and snare, they weren't quite locking in. It just loses the groove. It's not cool. And if you suddenly, like I said with the studio thing, if you're suddenly in the studio playing it, you're just going to see people through the glass kind of going, or when you've played it, they'll be like, yeah, that was good. Go and have a cup of tea. And they're going to be there having to fix it for you. And they won't be calling you back. Okay, so get this right. So what it should sound like is everything locked together. And even, you know, think about beat 1, you've got a hi-hat and a bass drum there. Lock those in. Get everything in its position, locked in together. It's going to feel good. It's going to feel in the pocket, and it's just going to create a really nice foundation for the song. Then everything else will sit on top of it properly, and you won't get those kind of puzzled looks, those uncomfortable looks. All right. So let's try it locked in together. All right, guys, so work on this slow, really listen to it. Now, if you can use some technology to help you, that'll be even better. So, for example, if you've got a recording system and you've got separate microphones for the bass and the snare, you can record them as separate channels. I find it really helpful to go into your DAW, whether it's Logic or Cubase or whatever, and you'll be able to see the bass and the snare, record to a click, and you'll be able to see it on the grid. And let's just say you might have a pattern, so it might be that your bass drum's always early. So you'll be able to see it there visually, because sometimes it's hard with your ears to truly pick it out. So rely on your ears to an extent, but if you can do visual as well, that's cool. So, you know, if you've got a line there and that's beat 1, if your bass drum's coming in a bit early, then you know you're rushing. If your bass drum's a bit after the line, we know you're a bit slow. So we're trying to get that bass bang on. Same with the snare, which will be on a separate channel if you're recording like that. Even if you've just got two mics with an audio interface, you can pick this stuff up cheap. So it really, really helps you play it. Another thing, another tool is, say like Roland V drums. Some of those have got a coach time check in them. And again, you can see visually on the screen if your bass and snare are rushing or dragging or bang on. Really cool, fun little tools that help give that visual element. But if not, rely on your ears. Just listen and check. And if it sounds good, then it probably is good. But be super critical about this. Now, guys, a little final word. A lot of songs that rely on that beat, you can't really mess with it, right? If you start funking up the bass drum, people are gonna tell you to funk off because that's gonna interrupt the whole groove. Okay. Same with the snare. Start doing mad snares. You've interrupted the groove. You've messed up the song. But often there's a bit of scope with the hi-hats. You've probably heard with me playing it a minute ago, I was adding in a few little bits from the hi-hat. So this is one area. Once you get it down with the basics of the bass and snare, solid as a rock, then we can look at having some fun, adding a bit of spice with the hi-hats. So play around that. If you want some ideas, there is a lesson. So it's called Spicing Up the Hi-Hat. You can find that at totaldrummer.com, and you go to the single lessons page and there's a little quick lesson there. Within 10 minutes or so, you're going to have loads of ideas on how you can spice that hi-hat up and just bring something like that. It's quite a simple groove. Bring it to life, make it more interesting, make it sound awesome. But go over there, get that, go and download the sheet music. But above all else, get the bass and snare super solid. That's all that matters, all right? Have fun with it.